He gets it. No, let it go. Oh, Saunders back into the pack. Six sponsors. Donovan's in it. Sean English is in it. Oh my God, are you? Caution! No way. Or he's gonna dive bomb him. Here he goes. He's gonna try a bump. All the way to his bumper. Can he shove him? Can't do it. Dylan Ord is gonna win it here in Iowa. Bump and run! Oh, he's done this before!
Bump and run, the 61 to the inside. Can he make it work? He's got it.
The inside of the 0-2. He's tried it! Oh, Burrows is around! Oh, the wrecking right in front of him. That's Mogren.
Jones is a great run on the high side.
Drive off the corner and
They're gonna be side by side. This is gonna be a photo finish 3 wide off the wire. And that's the stripe. It's gonna be Ruggles! Oh my God, what a finish! iSCAR is in. We're up and away. Green flag.
61, Dominic Howell.
Oh, he gets hooked! Oh my God! Hard into the wall! New track on the start finish line. Who comes out on top?
Dallas Myhan wins.
Dallas Myhan wins it! What? Make quick work of that number 9 of Eric Andrews. Andrews washes up the racetrack. Oh, what's going on? Oh no! Oh! They're gonna be wrecking. That's the big one. Oh my God! Connor's involved. They're still wrecking. Kansas 200, iSCAR TSP Cup Series getting set to go green here just momentarily. Currently under practice conditions, but oh boy, here we are at Kansas, and you know what that means? We're about to have a full throttle fest, most likely, coming towards nighttime. But it should be a lot of fun to see on how these drivers will simulate their Sim 9s out here for tonight. We got to go ahead and thank our sponsors before we get in for tonight's race. Our sponsor is going to be listed in the chat on the right-hand side of the screen. Trey Shuttlesworth Photography. That number, as you see, their website on the bottom of the racetrack. Their website below. Go ahead and check them out. TreyShuttlesworthphotography.com. That is our Cup Series sponsor. Go ahead and check them out if you're interested in pictures in and around. As I set ourselves up for this green flag, we'll go ahead and pull up the standings here on the left-hand side of the screen as people taking laps in and around the racetrack. Kansas. Not much to really say because this thing's a full throttle fest, and you see, well, I wouldn't really say a full throttle fest. Some drivers do have to lift, especially in the draft. It's going to be viable how this will change around, but I'm pretty sure the outside line is going to be more dominant for the beginning portion of the race. The weather right now, track is 72 degrees, so that's bound to go down because this currently started in late afternoon. Temperature 69 out right now, humidity at 1%, and wind going 5 miles per hour north. Yeah, nothing really to take off of the weather, but the track itself is gonna cool down as the night progresses, most likely. See right here, a bit of, you know, draft play. Some drivers working themselves around the racetrack. Keaton Jones, and I think that's the 9, and Nick Miller right behind. Running a different scheme in that number 9 machine, like last season on the racetrack. Otherwise, the Mountain Dew scheme, but Keaton's running a Mountain Dew scheme. He's up front. But, you know, again, draft is going to play a huge effect on how these drivers feel like around the racetrack. We'll slide ourselves to the side as we play the national anthem. Rise up, remember hats, we salute our nation's colors. We're back here live for the Kansas 100, 200 iSCAR TSP Cup Series, getting set to go green here just momentarily as drivers take their laps around the racetrack. Point stand is going to be shown in front of your screen. Ryan Kendrick has retained the points lead as of right now. Mulrooney is not going to show up to any more races, but we'll see if he does return. Derek M. Smith in 3rd place, picked up a nice win at Las Vegas with a lot of cars in it. He pulled himself into 3rd place. Malachi Drake, Daniel Falkingham. But now Falkingham has multiple wins in the Cup Series. Trexler in the number 54. I don't even know if he's out here tonight. Nick Miller, Dylan Alt, banned from the series. Not Nick, but Dylan is. Austin Johnson, Cade McKee, William Schmidt, Ryan Kwan, Cole Woody, Eric Keeter, Eric Stamp, Nakadabayo, Loa Hankins, Keaton Jones, Connor Brandon, Hunter Johnson going to round out the field here for this main event for tonight. Qualifying, well, simple in the fact that we still see some people taking laps around the racetrack. Glenn Bundren in the number 98, working himself off of turn number 4 to the start finish line. He goes. He'll go ahead and log himself in. Please, I do not know where, but Glenn making himself around the racetrack in that number 98, making himself on the racetrack that number 68 as well of Dylan Basin. Works himself on the apron of the racetrack. And there says Dad Gardner. Not look at the log in the lap. Brody Gardner, and that 039, new face in the league. That number 039 going to start in what looks to be in 9th place, but we'll see where some of these late qualifiers are going to scramble out. Eric Stamp out in the field as well. The number 09 hasn't had a great run, but luckily for him, he did have a nice qualifying run. And that number 09 is currently sitting in 3rd. Klein, and that number 26 machine, currently turned around on the racetrack. You see him right there. Yeah, Klein being Klein, no really big difference from that. Klein likes being Klein. What else do I have to say about that? Let me just readjust my cameras and such, so been a bit unprofessional, but there we go. I think it's better like that. Let me know what you know in the chat, because I'm trying to angle all these cameras correctly so we could get them set for the next time we go back here, which is going to be the Truck Series. We go back here on Friday, so that'll be exciting on how the Truck Series will turn out to be once we do take the green flag, coming for 67 laps for round number 10 out of 20. The field gets prepared as the time finally expires. We're going to roll ourselves into the race conditions, and congratulations to the man himself, the pole, Mr. Pole, the hot lapper. That number 9 and Nick Miller going to start front row in that machine. Nick Miller, your pole sitter here for tonight. Keaton Jones alongside of him in that number 77. Eric Stamp was second place. Andy McDowell in fourth, excuse me. Did I say Eric in second? I meant in third. William Schmidt, Garrett Pitt gonna round out row number 3. Row number 4 gonna be Ryan Kendrick, Noah Allison. Row number 5, Brody Gardner and Nate Stewart. Row number 6, Jack DeAndrea. We were just talking about him, one of the rookies in tonight's little Dylan Basin, right alongside of him. Garrett Hess, Glenn Bundren, Matthew Klein, Eric Heater, Kiloa Hankins, Daniel Falkingham, Ryan Quallen, Malachi Drake, Casey Drake, Makata Maggio, Darius Odadadgar all the way in last place in 23rd position. 134 laps going to be logged here for this 200 miler. We'll get set for this green flag coming up momentarily as, ooh boy, don't know really where to start on how this will turn out to be, but we'll pull up race analysis as this will give us a bit of an outlook on tonight's race. Length 134 miles in laps, 200 miles in length in miles. Pit window going to be every 55 to 60. So again, 100% fuel here for tonight. The classic iSCAR standard for Cup Series. Pit road speed 45 miles per hour. And yeah, that's just about it. Nothing really much to say as we get ourselves set up for this green flag just momentarily. Yeah, here we go, getting ourselves set up for this green flag. That number 9 machine is going to roll himself right up off as Keaton's sort of trying to warm up his tires, more like burn his tires out. So right out of pit road, and there he is, man himself, Mr. Pole, the hot lapper. And Nick Miller going to start out up front. Should be should be interesting to see how Nick is going to control the restart, because draft is going to play a huge effect on how all this will play out to be. But it is a long race, 134 laps, so NIS length as usual. We'll see on who comes up front and who gets shoved to the back. For now, just joining us here for tonight, Kansas 200 iSCAR TSP Cup Series getting set to go green this time by, and that number 9 and Nick Miller is going to lead the field to the restart. Field doubles up, 3 and 4. And we get set for the green flag. This time by, pace car slides itself onto pit road. Let's go racing here for the Kansas 200 iSCAR TSP Cup Series round number 9 out of 20. Taking the green flag, the number 9 of Miller.
Green flag.
And we're here, back racing at Kansas. Oh, the 9! Oh, boy!
Yellow flag is out.
Holy crap! Oh, that's... wow. Oh, they're still wrecking. Holy crap, that did not just happen. Oh my god. That was horrible. One car got turned right in front of the field as they were aiming 3 wide, right up off of 2. Nobody just slowed down. They just all pile drove. And it was the 20 of Andy. Oh my gosh, 79's in it. Who else? Look at all these drivers, 65. Falkiam comes to a stop. DiMaggio's in it. Malachi Drake is in it. Kiloa Hankins in it. 039, Dylan Basin. 26. That's about half the field involved in that wreck. And it all happened as Garrett Pick was the first one to get turned. Wow, I was talking about clean racing, and obviously that was horrible. That was horrendous. That's probably as worse as you could get. Man, that was... oh no. Pick was the first one to get sideways, obviously, and... my gosh, everybody just piled in. Well, this is fantastic, because, you know, that means half the field is now eliminated from competition all the way back to 14th place. We've eliminated 14th to 23rd, so that's about... that doesn't include... cars on the lead lap, so yeah, fantastic. That means only 6 cars gonna be left to duke it out for just about 134 laps, so yeah, luckily for everybody in this top 4. I just can't believe what I just saw, though. Ticket to the green.
Green, green, green.
Look how many people are just left out because the amount of cars we just eliminated in that one. We have 134 laps, so I don't know why everybody was all over each other, especially that 99. And unfortunately, everybody just, you know, what can you do when you just slide up right there? Field's starting to spread out as we come to lap number 7. drivers weaving in and around the racetrack right behind. Probably all the undamaged cars right here. Darius Rezdadgar has a ton of damage. Still running towards the top 10. Eric Keeter in the 11. I didn't even see he was on the field. He's missing a whole hood. DiMaggio running P12. We have at least 5 people on pit road to get themselves repaired and back onto the racetrack. The fight up front starting to heat up. What was to be a good race has watered down to now at least 3 cars in contention for the win. Miller is one of them, Keaton's the other. Daniel hasn't even been on track for practice. But right off the corner, and it's Keaton who's going to elect the low side. And characteristics about Kansas is it's multi-groove. See right there, Miller tried to roll up the high side. Keaton took advantage of the hole down there all the way to the bottom, and Keaton took it to the lead just momentarily. Didn't block down Miller. Miller right up against the fence to go ahead and slide up a run. A huge wiggle with the 77 Jones. It's just going to be a these two just duking it out. The Falkingham is going to be watching in third. He's currently 1.2 seconds back. Oh, Miller I wouldn't even know what Miller was doing. He nearly doored Keaton down low. I don't know if he was trying to go with him or pinch down, but boy, they nearly made contact. And luckily for that, they keep straight. Miller has a bit of right side damage actually in that machine. Everybody now scooting up against the safer barrier. Pretty characteristic of Kansas. And now it's Miller, the one to drive down low to make something happen on that low side, but it's just not working to his favor. Miller slowly falling back. I'm sure he wore out his tires trying to run the bottom side of the racetrack. I see a car with a blown motor all the way to the low side. Hopefully he gets some stuff out of harm's way.
Yellow flag is out.
And it does bring the yellow as Klein could not reach it back all the way to the pit road. So Klein tried to pull it out of harm's way, but of course the engine just expired on that machine. And Klein pulled it low. I'm surprised the caution came out, but because of that, because he's definitely out of harm's way. But our second caution comes out after Klein's engine expires. Fieldworks itself on pit road this time, boy. Pretty sure everybody's just gonna slap on 4 as Miller might have overshot. No, he didn't. I thought he overshot yet his pit stall. Field on pit road for the first time tonight. No, yes. There we go. Pit panel shown on the left-hand side of the screen as they work themselves right up off. Of course, there's still multiple people on pit road to repair as much damage as can. Now, the people who I see contentive on the racetrack as of right now, 77, Jones, Eric Stamp is still damageless, Quan is somehow damageless, that number 28, he's had some horrible luck. Garrett Hess, he too is also damageless. Darius has a Dadgar, a ton of damage on his machine. I don't think he's going to be competitive though. I think Casey Drake got a piece of the big one on lap 1, but he's still running up towards that top 10 area. But Nick Miller, he fell back a ton of positions, all the way back to 9th place. Falkiam, number 39. DiMaggio, talking about him. He has a bit of damage on his machine as well. Glenn Bundren on pit road to repair as much damage. Kiloa Hankins, T2 on pit road. There's 14 drivers on the lead lap after 17 laps. Obviously the first lap big one, playing a good chunk to how this all turned out, unfortunately. That's really unfortunate, man. Drivers racing over their heads on lap 1. There's definitely going to be some bans handed out after that one, especially. Number 1 Hundo, Jack T. Andrea gets the wave around. Some more drivers getting the wave around. I mean, not the wave around, but leaving pit road and just in time to beat out the pace car. Look how many people are just on the racetrack after starting with, I think, 23 people. Now here we go, coming back to green. Pace car slots itself down on in. And 77, Keaton Jones going to lead the field to the restart.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Seems as though the leader could get at least at most at least a 5-car length lead right up off the corner on the restart. So Keaton doing a nice job of pulling ahead of that number 28 of Brian Quan. Wants to elect the middle side of the racetrack, doesn't want to follow in that 77's path. Quan blinking just a slight there as they work right up off the corner. How about the 50, I mean not the 55, but the 95, there's a Dadgar working right up against the safer barrier as Miller clears in the 1. Even though he has a lot of damage on that machine, it's still running as nicely as he can as he works right up off of exit. Casey getting real tight. Darius whips the car down low, trying to avoid as much as he can, but up front, Keaton Jones, he's running the low side of the racetrack. Those tires still fresh on that machine, and it's working to his favor, and he keeps Lap 21 in the lead still, and it's Quan in the 28 who's going to be following in pursuit. Look at all these drivers just rim riding the safer barrier. Just whip right up off the corner. It's Nick Miller now in third, I mean not third place, but he's currently running in fifth. He's going to try the low side. He's lifted just a slight. Surprised to see a bit of that, especially when it's mostly a full throttle racetrack. Miller, oh my gosh! Hess is not right next to the safer barrier, and Miller just about ran into him. Close call right there. These drivers, man, Hess and Miller nearly collided into one. That would have been bad. Hess still runs in fourth. In the meantime, up front, it's Keaton Jones who's controlling the pack. Let's work on that. Number 23 out of 134. That's going to be Quan. Wants to work around that 77. He does have a run. It's just a matter of where he'll go. He goes to the high side. Well, he sort of did. Jones pulled himself away. With the leader, a bit of advantage to the leader because you're not disrupted with dirty air if you're that number 77 to Jones. You can keep it in the throttle. That number 28, Quan, he's pushing it into the corner because he's getting such a run on the straightaways. That car is actually pushing up right against the safer barrier. All Quan needs to do is just disconnect himself from that number 77 as much as he can to... Well, how do I say this? He has to defend. Keaton Jones has to defend as much as he can and keep that number 28 in his mirror. So that dirty air can play a good effect. But right up off of exit, oh, Quan looking down low to get a run. We'll see where he takes it though. He goes to the low side. Ryan Quan down to the low side of the racetrack. Keaton gonna elect the middle of the porch. Oh my goodness, he got real sideways off. But they're side by side to the start-finish line, and it's Quan who wants to gun for the lead, and we have not seen Ryan Quan run toward the front. This whole season, he's sort of been a mid-runner in that number 28, but now Quan showing his strength. He's put Keaton to the test as of right now in that number 77, who's been electing all sorts of lines throughout the racetrack. As we work right up off of exit, it's still Keaton up front. Work into one. Look how high Eric's stamp is right up against the safer barrier. Look right behind a big battle right here. What looks like a Falkingham, Nick Miller, Daniel. I just mentioned Falkingham. That's Glenn Bundren and Falkingham. It's real tight. Just about hitting the safer barrier. Miller pulls just a slight. Now Bundren trying to defend out Casey Drake. And that number 87 is in the corner. Coming up on some lap traffic. Oh man, Falkingham might have tagged the wall right up off of exit. And he loses a ton of time as Bundren now goes to the low side. And he wants to take challenge fourth, but Bundren is clear the 39. He might slide himself in line. He might pass that number 9 and Miller. These lap cars playing into effect on how these drivers are going to whip around the racetrack. And this is Jones coming up on some lap traffic. Going to disturb the air just a slight. Whip off, Jones. Quan wants to peek down low. This lap traffic playing a huge matter. Lap 30. Okay, got a lap car ahead, running the high side. We'll see what Jones does. Wants to go mid. Quan looking high. That's the 100 machine. Jack DeAndre. Not DeAndre, but Jack DeAndrea. Quan. Oh my goodness, he's so close to the back bumper of that 77. How about Stamp having a nice run in that number 09 machine? He's working to the back side of these top two. Stamp started himself in third. Has been in third most of the time, but he's running to the back side of these top two now. We'll see where he goes. Look how high Stamp is. He's really pushing the car right up off the exit. But Jones, I think, will probably start capitalizing on this longer run of the racetrack. I mean, this longer run, because that outside line is going to start requiring some lifting. And soon enough, your car's going to get tight and slap the wall if you're still going to be in that throttle. Now rolling up against that third groove of the racetrack. Quan wants to follow in pursuit, but can't really do it as of right now. I think this is the part of the race in which we'll probably go green for a while as drivers sort around for some real estate. Still up front. It's Keaton Jones, Ryan Quan. But as I said, Quan is there. It's just a matter of how he's going to pass that 77 of Keaton Jones. He's just been following in pursuit. I'm surprised the 28 hasn't fallen off as much as I thought he would, because Quan, since he's in that draft at that number 77, he'll wear more of his tires rather than Jones's, because Jones is in clean air. But as of right now, as I said, there's still in the match. And look at the 28 get tight. He's gonna have to lift, and yeah, now I was talking about it. That draft is gonna play a big effect, and look how much time Quan has lost in that number 28. Now, half a second back of where Keaton's running, so. Falkingham currently in fourth after starting in the tail end of the field. Lights just shut off in 1 and 2. Lights turned on. Transitioning into nighttime. At number 39 of Daniel Falkingham. Currently set in P4. Kiloa Hankins, we're on over right at the low side. Still running P13 though. Quan. Don't know really what to say after you lost a lot of time to the leader. Number 77. Here we go, a fight for fourth place, and it's going to be Falkingham and Miller who are going to go at it. It's Eric Stamp who's now slowly falling back. That number 09 machine. And he has Falkiam in his mirror, as well as the 9 of Miller. Miller's all over the backside of that number 39 as he head into 3. Stamp gonna go low. That's gonna cost him a lot of time. Look how tight he got off turn. Oh! Stamp's in the wall! Stamp flies through the grass and he keeps it straight, but electing that low side of the racetrack was just a horrible mistake. And not only that, he falls out of the top 3. He's gonna lose a bunch of time to all these guys ahead. And yeah, that's just Kansas being Kansas right there. If you don't run that, I mean, if you don't lift enough for that bottom side of the racetrack, your car's just going to get tight. That's the result of pushing the car too much on the low side. And you see Falkiam had to really lift out of the throttle. It's Miller who's going to make himself on the low side now to make something happen as he worked right up off the corner. Oh, Falkiam still keeps himself up front. As of right now, it's Keaton Jones in that 77. He's slowly pulling away. The amount of drivers that got taken out on the first, what you call it? The first lap caution. All these drivers who are on pit road are trying to gain as much positions as they can. Klein is damaged. Brian Kendrick is still repairing as much as he can. Noah Allison, he's already out on the racetrack. Had to repair at least 20 minutes of damage. William Schmidt, he too out on the racetrack. Jack D'Angelo, look at Stamp. Oh, he's on the wall! And a big wreck
Flag is out.
as the caution finally comes out. And it was Stamp, the first one to get real sideways in the 09. Has dropped from 3rd ever since he hit the wall off of turn number 4. And we'll see what happened as they headed into number... Whoa. As they headed into 1, Dario got tight. Stamp got tight, but Stamp overcorrected right into the wall. And the 95 of Dadger on board of him. Wrong place, wrong time. The Stamp got clobbered by the 100, and Dario just nowhere to go. Pit road's open this time by, so that'll mean a big ol' reset. I gave a lot of damage to Dario. Radio check. Give me a moment. Apologies about that. So we're back under caution yet again. And it's Jones, Quan, Bundren. Round out the field. Falkingham has been running towards the tail end of the field. I don't know if he has damage or just wants to start in the back because he likes to work himself to the field. Jones, I really don't know what to say because there's not a lot of competitive cars now on the racetrack again after that lap point incident. We're working with under 100 to go now. Just 88 laps remain in tonight's race. So that means we'll have at least one more pit stop. And that will happen around, if these drivers want to split, it'll happen around 40 to go. Which will mean it'll happen around lap 80 or 90-ish. Have to see on how it'll turn out, but Keaton Jones, Ryan Kwan gonna round out the first row. Where is that? Pace car's in. Quan's blinking out. It's going to cause a jam up on the restart as we head to the green flag. And back through the gears we go.
Green flag.
Back green at Kansas. Side by side behind. And how about that? The number 98, Glenn Bundren. He's making a name for himself in that number 98. Bundren hasn't been running towards, Bundren doing a nice job of keeping himself in third place. How about Hess in that 00? Working himself to the high side. Sorry, I had choking just a slight, but here comes Falkingham. I was just talking about him. He's starting to the field. Working himself forward as he's now side by side with the 11 of Peter. He's missing a hood on top of that car, but it's not. It's not affecting him. We're looking. I thought at number 39, Falkingham was trying to go 3 wide, but still up front, it's Jones, who's played all his cards out right. Here we go. We're going 3 wide right behind. Might look 4 to the low side. 4 wide at the start-finish line. Even though we don't have a lot of cars in contention, they're still running like it's no tomorrow. And they work themselves around the 11 of Heater. Wow. Some exciting racing going on from 5th on back. Again, talking about that number 98, Glenn Bundren. Boy, he's having a nice run in that number 98. Still keeping in touch of Keaton Jones and Ryan Kwan. But as of right now, watch out for this 98. Even though Bundren, he doesn't make a lot of starts in iSCAR. he's taking the best of it. And he puts himself in 3rd place. We'll see if he can go anywhere with it. Right now, just trapped behind this top 2, but they're planning to go side by side. Quan wants to pick to the inside, but I think it's just going to be a Dale line as of right now. Everybody just tucked up along that safety barrier. Not really going anywhere. Jones going to take away the line of Quan. He tried the middle side of the racetrack. Look here for 3rd place. And it's going to be Falkingham who goes low. Route number 98. Bundren doesn't want to force the issue. And number 90, not 93, but 39. Falkingham goes into 3rd place. Now, this is going to worry that number 77, Keaton Jones, just a slight. Because Falkingham is probably going to be the one to watch as of right now. Because he knows how to pick his lines and put it forward. Just matters on how it'll happen. But look at all this top 5 just in each other's grasps. It's Jones, Quan, Falkingham, Bundren, and Miller. The 6th place driver of Eric Keeter, not really a factor. As here comes Falkingham, he's gonna peek down low. Oh, Quan couldn't cut down to the apron in time to make something happen, but not only Falkingham wants to gun for 2nd, he's gunning for the lead. That outside line is really strong. We'll see if Falkingham can clear right up off the corner. They're gonna go side by side right behind, as that's Miller who's trying to work himself around the 98. And Quan's blinking, as I said, in that number 28. Quan's gonna cause a slight bit of an issue on how these drivers are gonna elect their lines through the racetrack. Going to disrupt the draft as well, as you see there, Miller works down the low side to clear that 98 of Bundren. Bundren falls back to 5th, but he's doing a nice job. That number 98 is. Start all the way to 14th. Has yet to drop under it. His highest was just in 3rd place. He's now running in 5th in a nice position. Nobody in threat of him as Keeter. That number 11 is damaged. Look how close to the safer barrier that number 39 is. Oh, Bundren tags the wall right up off of exit. He's going to lose that front 4 as now Casey Drake works himself into 6th place. And Drake, he too has a bit of damage on that machine. A bit of right side damage from the 1st lap wreck. He's getting chased down by the 11 of Keeter. And I think that's the 00 of Garrett Hess. 95 of Darius Reza Dadgar, Malachi Drake. Those two sort of going at it. But here comes Falkingham back to the low side of that number 28. Ryan Braun can't make something happen as he worked right up off of exit. Miller going to try the low side on Falkingham now. Oh, he made it stick just a slight bit. Miller's going to have to cut through the apron to get close to that 39. Can't make it happen. Quan has to be a bit nervous because this is the first time he's been trapped and sandwiched between 2 very valuable cars, Falkingham and Keaton Jones. Hey, he's doing a nice job of keeping himself in good position. Look how high that number 39 of Daniel is in 3 and 4. The higher you are, the more momentum you gain, and he's getting some nice runs on the straightaway. It's just a matter on how you'll pass and elect to go around the position. But as of right now, it's still the top 5. Bundren hasn't lost sight of Miller yet, still within grasp. As I think that is all the way to the low side. I think that's the 039. Gonna cause a hiccup. Just a slight to 2nd place as Quan couldn't drop to the apron. It's Brody Gamer. Oh, not Brody Gamer, Brody Gardner. Excuse me. Not number 039. Caused a bit of shuffling right there. slowly starting to fall back. It's Jones, Quan, Falkingham, Miller to duke it for this. Duke it out. We'll have to see on how it'll go as Miller gets tight right up off of exit. And now Miller is going to fall back of this top 3. And look how high that Falkingham is through the corner. Look at how Quan is. He wants to mount up a charge. Didn't go anywhere. Lost more time rather than he gained. Quan likes running the, well, around that area. Not all the way against the safer barrier, but enough to keep momentum on the outside as Falkingham gonna peek down low. We'll see if Falkingham gets a ways around him. He's gonna have the inside, but Falkingham gonna slide job in the center of the corner. Falkingham into second place. Quan trying to go back to the inside and attempt a crossover. I don't think it's gonna be enough though. Bundren's by himself. Yeah, just a lot of people by themselves right now. Only 14 cars on the racetrack as of right now. Ryan Kendrick in that number 65. He is 57 laps down, but he's currently sitting in 19th place. But he could, if he logs enough laps, he could actually put himself all the way 14th at max. Matthew Klein too. He's probably getting set to go here just momentarily. Some more lap traffic gonna get in the way. Akiloa Hankins, the 24 of Noah Allison, I think. Gonna disrupt the air around these leaders. As of right now, it's Keaton who's still up front. Let's pack around the racetrack. Now, we're coming up on in that halfway portion. You could stretch the fuel all the way to 55, but based on the amount of cars left on the racetrack, I would pit around 15 laps. Well, for 15 laps from now. And that'll stretch it all the way to lap 50. I mean, 50 laps to go. And that'll give you... that's about a 5 second... I mean, not 5 second. 5 laps of short run that you could put forward. Because I think tires are going to matter a lot because everybody's just stacked up on the inside. I mean, on the outside of the racetrack. So we'll see on how it'll turn out. As you see a pass there, looking around for third, it's Quan who's in the mix with Miller. Quan wants to slide job Miller right up off and can't do it. Miller gonna work himself into third place. So Quan falls back a slight. Bundren's left on an island of his own, as well as the 87 of Casey Drake, who's getting pushed by, I think that's a good friend of his, that number 11 of Eric Keeter. Coming up on in a lot of traffic. Matthew Klein making this up back to the racetrack. We have a wreck as they're looking around. Oh my goodness, they're far wide as they looked around the 26 of Matthew Klein, who got real loose off of 4. Oh my goodness, they, gosh, just lap cars. They're playing all sorts of hazards. Klein, that car obviously repaired faster than all these drivers. The 24 and the 72. He's currently running P18. Same lap as the 65 of Ryan Kendrick, which is, I guess, cool for Kendrick to duke it out with so he doesn't get bored. Still side by side right behind Nick and Quan, attempting to go right at it, but we're going nowhere as of right now. Keaton, no, all he has to do is lead. If he's in clean air, he probably has a chance, because Fogham, from starting all the way, and I think in 9th from the restart, it might have used up his tires a lot, and he has a lot more. He has a lot more than what Keaton has. I don't know if that will make a difference, but biggest movers on the bottom right hand of the screen. Daniel up 16, Quan up 15, Casey up 15. Those people are going to gain some real valuable points here after tonight. As of right now, it's just Keaton being the majority of the race. He's yet to win a Cup Series race, but he's won multiple Truck Series races already this season. Looking around the racetrack to see some battling. Hess is left on an island of his own. Malachi Drake and Eric Heater. No, that's not Eric Heater. That's the 95 of Darius Red and Dadgar. They're duking it out as they're having some fun on the racetrack. We know we're just about in the modified class, quote, bottom split prep type stock. But out of that, Keaton's slowly pulling away from Fogham. Last time out, he was a bit faster, but Fogham slowly falling back. Clean air definitely playing a huge advantage. Now the pit window is going to open right now. It's just a question on when these drivers are going to hit pit road. If I were one of the cars who are not within vision of the leader, like Nick Miller in that number 9, I would hit pit road as early as I can. So once it hits around lap 85, I would hit my I would head on to pit road, because you can make it from this point forward with just about like 55 laps. So honestly, we'll see who hits pit road first, because whoever hits pit road first out of all these top 5 probably has a chance to win the race. Not gonna lie. Everybody's just about in clean air except for Fogham, who's still trying to track down that number 77 of Jones. But in the meantime, all our eyes is on who's gonna hit pit road first, because this is a really long green flag run. Fogham's now 2 seconds back of where Jones is running. Quan slowly falling back of where Miller is. There's Glenn in front of your screen. Heater, Casey Drake, Malachi Drake. How about this? A 3-car battle here for just about the 8th place. This is Garrett Hess, Malachi Drake, Darius Reza Dadgar. There's Hess. Even though he has like a semi-clean car, he's not running as well as he wants to, but still going out strong, running top 10 as of right now. Again, it's just a matter on who hits pit road first. just gonna have to find out as Falkium's coming up in a lot of lap traffic. Look at that, had to weave himself outside of that number 24. Even though we had 3 cautions, well, I mean, the first caution, obviously a huge wreck. That probably is why. Oh, here we go. People are on pit road. It's Heater and Casey. Now the pit window's open. So with these two hitting pit road, it's time to hit pit road now. It's time to hit pit road. How long will these people stay out? I have no clue, but you need to hit pit road now. Because those people with new tires are just going to catch. We'll see where Heater and Casey come out once they do get themselves up to speed. They're currently 1 lap down because of, you know, pitting. You gotta hit pit road. I mean, even though Heater and Casey are damaged, those new tires are just gonna be, they're gonna be flying. And the more time these people stay out on the racetrack, the more time it's just gonna be detrimental to all these, to all the drivers who are still out on the racetrack right now. Again, you can make it from this point forward, so split the run now, and hopefully, or short pit the run, just a slight, and hopefully you can make it all the way from this point forward. But my eyes are on how Casey and Heater come out. These drivers are still out on the racetrack. I'm blown out on why they're still out on the racetrack. They need to come in now, in my opinion. I think they're just gonna run the tank all the way. In my opinion, that's a bad strategy. Oh, Hess hits pit road. Okay, Hess now comes onto pit road. See. Quan's all the way to the low side. Here he is! Yeah, Quan's coming in! Alright, so somebody in the top 5 comes in, and now it's time to see on where Quan is gonna end up as he slides himself on in. So Quan gonna go ahead and short pit it. And now we'll see where Heater and Casey are gonna come out. But in my opinion, with Quan coming in, I think everybody else is going to hit pit road this time by. Daniel and Keaton stay out on the racetrack still, as well as Miller. I'm saying, man, these people have to hit pit road. They have to hit pit road now. The amount of cars on the racetrack, we're going to go green, and from this point forward, we'll see where Quan comes out. He's coming out now. Hopefully he doesn't have a speeding penalty or anything like that. Hess is still on pit road. So with Quan coming out with new tires, this is going to alarm all these drivers. Oh, I think that was a great strategy for Quan to hit pit road. And now with new tires on that number 28, it's just a matter of time before he's going to make all that gap up. Hess is still on pit road. He probably has like some type of issue. Bundren is still out. I'm telling you, man, this thing, I don't know why they're waiting for fuel to empty out, because if you pit from now, you're going to make it all the way to the end. 41 laps remaining, and there are 48 laps in the run. It just makes sense they would make it all the way from this point forward. Unless there was a caution between this run or such. But now... Oh, here we go. Miller gonna hit pit road. Miller hits pit road before Keaton and Daniel. Now, Miller is gonna make up some time against these top two. This might be the race-winning strategy for Miller, but look at that! Kwon is gonna make himself around Miller, and before pit stops happen, Miller and Kwon were just about side by side. Miller's on pit road still. He has a problem. Miller has an issue. So what? Yeah. Miller has an issue, and he finally works himself off a pit road. A 54-second pit stop. Curious why. Oh, now that's gonna put Bundren in third. If this thing stays green from this point forward, this is going to be the person to watch. That number 28, Kwon. But as I said, you can make it from this point forward. I would hit pit road ASAP, but these drivers are staying out on the racetrack. They're just going to lose so much time. Come on, people, hit pit road. With heaters, oh my gosh. I'm bewildered why these people aren't hitting pit road. Because they have to hit it now. I'm curious why they're staying out all the way to make it on fuel rather than pitting now. Because, again, as I said, you can make it from this point forward if you pit now. And with new tires just mattering so much, a full second fall off. I don't know. I don't really know what to think about this. Dario hits pit road. Bewildered. As I said, I'm bewildered on why these people are... Oh, here comes Keaton! Keaton hits pit road this time behind Falkingham. He's gonna stay out! Oh, that's a horrible move by Falkingham. You had to hit pit road as soon as Keaton came in because Falkingham was losing more time out on the racetrack. He was better on the short run rather than the longer run. Now Keaton hitting pit road. This is gonna line up on how... We'll assume Keaton's gonna come out as the leader. Bundren follows him in. Malachi Drake, yeah, he's still out on the racetrack. He's still running in 4th place, but we'll see where Kwon comes out versus Keaton. Side tires up on that number 77 as there's Kwon. Keaton is coming out. And where's Kwon? He's off of 4. I don't think he was close enough. I don't think Keaton was close enough to Kwon. Oh, he's there. Well, no, he's not there. Here he is. This is going to be the fight for most likely the lead. And it's Kwon to the backside of the 77. Keaton go to the low side. Kwon's coming. He's coming in at number 77. I mean, he's coming in at number 28. He works himself to the high side. It's going to be close at the wire. And... oh, these two are going to be side by side. Now this is just going to play to Keaton's advantage since he has newer tires since 28. Oh, but Kwon's keeping it side by side with the 77. Oh my gosh! There, what a save! Huge save from the number 28 of Kwon. And Kwon goes to the lead. So Ryan Kwon goes to the lead. There's Falkingham coming out of the racetrack. I told you, short pitting was the way. There's Falkingham making himself out in the racetrack. Here comes Quan. Quan works himself out in the racetrack. Falkingham's there. He wants to come up and keep blocking time. Ryan Quan to the lead with a 10-lap difference with tires, but now it's all a matter of how Quan is going to hold off Keaton, but Keaton has the high side now. I think it's going to be between these two of Daniel and Keaton. But Quan trying to slide down that 77 is there! Oh, they're close off the corner. Falkingham didn't lose as much time as I thought he would. Old tires versus new tires just playing a huge effect. Oh, I thought short pitting would be the way, but Quan falls into second place by short pitting. Now you got 30 laps to go. My goodness. I thought that would be the way, but I guess I was wrong. Or did Quan pit too early in that number 28? He's still staying in second place, though. It was a great strategy to short pit. To at least get something. Oh, Quan's in the wall! Falkingham works himself to the high side. Oh, Quan hit the wall. Now he loses to third. He's gonna fall back in line. Now it's just these two. Of Keaton and Daniel. But Daniel, even though he has fresher tires than that 77, Jones, I don't know what to say. It's all that matters of how clean air is going to play to this number 77's advantage, but the 77 is coming up on a lot of lap traffic right now. Really the first time Keaton's been caught up with some type of dirty air. But Daniel, he's a-coming. He's definitely making ground. Now I think it's the right strategy to stay yourself on the racetrack. Don't know what to say. It's gonna be close between Falkingham and Jones. Is Falkingham? Oh God, he's making up time. Keaton's led every single lap, but I mean Falkingham. We've seen him make last lap passes before. This time, Daniel's gonna try a different line throughout the racetrack. Worked himself down low. Oh, he lost a lot of time there. Now he regains it back. That gap is just fluctuating from 0.5 to 0.3. I don't know, but Daniel's there. It's just a matter of time before these two are gonna meet hands again. Oh, lap traffic just playing right into this 39's advantage. Keaton came up on the lap traffic in a bad way. Right up off the corner, Keaton might have got a bit tight. Oh gosh. You got 25 laps to make something happen. That number 90, I said 93 again. That number 39 has something to pick up off of it. Traffic's definitely playing to Daniel's favor. Keaton, even Daniel has a lap fresher tires in that 77. Here he comes, he has a run. Okay, I guess not. Short pitting's not going to be the way. I thought it was the way as I said, but I guess I was really convinced. But I guess this draft to the 39 of Falkiam is just a huge advantage. Now Keaton's gonna have to throw some blocks. He has to protect that high side somehow. This is its top two's best way. Thought Quan blew his engine. I mean, not Quan, but Klein blew his engine again. All right, for the lead. Daniel, oh, he's keeping Keaton close. Oh, Keaton really opened up the door for Falkiam, but they're still side by side into one. Daniel's gonna try to pull a slider into one. He cleared the 77. Oh, Jones hits the wall. Falkiam to the lead for the first time tonight. Was that the pass for the lead, though? Was that the pass for the win? Excuse me. Of course it was a pass for the lead. Oh, let's throw in blocks. This is reminiscent of Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth. Keaton works himself to the high side. Now Daniel's gonna try to clear the 77. He's there! What a move! Wow! Keaton just shoved his nose to the high side of that 39. Daniel's gonna try to pull a slider into 3. Clear, 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 clear. Oh, he cleared him. Oh, they make contact again. But Keaton's gonna have the low side into 1. Now it's Keaton the one who's gonna pull the slider. Daniel attempts to pinch. Oh, they're still so close with each other. Keaton files back in line and behind the 39. Oh, Keaton, he has a chance. He's not going to take it down low, though. Very surprised he's following in with the 39. That's not a good idea because you're in that draft of that 39. Keaton's going to have to lift off the throttle to keep on running into that 39 or getting his car tight. But he's still just staying in the draft of that 39 of Falkiam. Very surprised. All right, this lap trap is going to play a bit of dirty air to these top runners, and that whoever that lap car is elects the high side of the racetrack. Keaton's going to catch him. I mean, not Keaton, but Falkiam's going to catch him into 3, most likely. And that's Hess in the 00. Oh, still clear of the 39, though. Hess, well... Hess wants to keep his lead lap position. He's blocking the 39! Oh, gosh! They nearly make contact. Hess wants to keep his lead lap position. He goes 1 lap down and finally falls into the hands of the 39, but Keaton's sort of pushing the 00. Oh, they make contact! Oh, my gosh! Keaton pushed the lap car the 00, so Falkiam couldn't get clear down the backstretch. That's a great strategy. But Hess finally just pulls out of the way and just gonna let these people by. Oh, Hess is actually 4 laps down, so that's just unfortunate to him. He hits the wall, but that was interesting. Now Keaton has another chance to go back at Falkingham, because he's there. If I were him, oh boy, what would I do? Keaton's keeping Falkiam truthful. He's there, but at the same time, he's not there. Keaton's slightly damaged as well. Not to mention that right front is pretty torn up off that machine, but Falkiam, he too has a bit of right side damage. Now it's Keaton. They want to suck up that 39. With 14 laps to go, any of these two could win it. Keaton He shoves himself into the corner. Oh boy, he lost a lot of time because he got the lift on entry. Keaton's pushing the car on entry. He needs to be truthful with his throttle. What am I saying? He needs to wait out and get on the gas so he can get a run to Falkingham to make something happen. Oh gosh. Kilowatt Hankins eliminated from the race. That does open up 12th position. And Noah Allison, Matthew Klein. Noah Allison can take 13th place. Matthew Klein, Ryan Kendrick, they cannot. 12 laps to go. And it's the 65 of Ryan Kendrick. He's in the way of Falkingham. Kendrick moves himself down low to get out of the way of the 39. Kendrick, he's going to lose a lot of points for tonight's race after a big wreck. It's only about a 20 points he's going to lose. It's not going to be enough for Falkingham to re-grab the lead, even if he wins it. Jones is coming back. Down to 0.3 again. Again, he has to be as consistent. He has to get runs on the straightaways. He has to lift on entry. Treat this track like Darlington. That's what you have to do. And if you treat it right, it'll play off for you in the long run. That gap now 0.1. He's slowly learning the track, but I think the tires in the meantime is just not working out to his favor. The gap now 0.2. Has to be one of the longest runs in iSCAR history. Only 3 cautions for tonight's race, but of course we eliminated half the field for that big run. Jones, oh, he got tight. Yeah, those old tires just not playing up to his advantage. Oh, no. Now what Keaton needs, he needs a caution now to regain back up to the 39. But you could only do so much. There's only X amount of cars on the track right now. 14 cars on the track. Yeah, that's not going to do him any good. Battle here for position. It's Glenn Bundren and Eric Keeter. Bundren works himself to the low side as he's going to whip around that number 11 of Heater, but Heater keeping him truthful and the slide job right up off. And Bundren works himself into 4th place. Obviously, a huge difference, old versus new tires there. Short pitting, it only does you so much, but Heater still just about within grasp that 39 as he tried to get some type of suck up center of the corner, but Bundren has one of the freshest tires. Six laps to go. All's well for Keaton, and that number's not Keaton, but all's well for the 39 of Falkingham. Hitting one lap a bit early is actually going to cost him rather than make him gain. I'm fairly surprised. 4 laps to go. Falkium's most likely going to cruise up and away with another win. Here tonight, 3 laps to go. The 39 of Falkium. Alrighty, 2 wins in the season in this 24 event series. And actually 23. 23 events total. His last win came at Sonoma. And his first came at Michigan, where he won it over Dylan Alt. This time there's no pressure around him, just reminiscent of Sonoma. And he'll lead it. Coming to the white flag this time by for Daniel Falkium in that number 39. Right up off of turn number 4. 1 more lap to go away from victory for the 39. As he whips himself off the corner as he crosses the start-finish line. A white flag for Falkium. Ever since he grabbed the lead, he hasn't looked back. He's gonna look like he's gonna lead 25 laps here for tonight's event. 77 Keaton Jones, even though he led a handful. Looks like Falkium just came out on top and beat him at the end, fair and square and such. As he works himself into 3 and 4, Falkium, win number 3 of the season. A huge one gonna happen here for tonight. Falkium to the start-finish line, winner for the Kansas 200 iSCAR TSP Cup Series. Keaton comes out second place. There's Quan, a hard-fought third, even with short pitting. Bundren gonna come out in 4th. How about that for Glenn Bundren? Eric Heater with the whole front end torn off that machine. He's gonna come in 5th. Casey Drake 1 lap down in 6th. Darius Rezadadgar in 7th. Malachi Drake in 8th. Nick Miller in 9th after a weird pit stop. And there's your winner, the 39 of Falkium. Full results going to be shown in front of your screen. Congratulations to Dan Falkium picking up his 3rd win of the Cup Series season. Keaton Jones comes up in 2nd, Quan in 3rd, Bundren in 4th, Heater in 5th, Drake in 6th, Dadgar in 7th, Malachi Drake in 8th, Miller in 9th, Hess in 10th, Brody Gardner in 11th, Kiloa Hankins in 12th, Noah Allison in 13th, Klein in 14th, Kendrick in 15th, Stamp in 16th, DiMaggio 17th, Andrea 18th, Schmidt in 19th, Basin in 20th, McDowell 21st, Garrett Pick 22nd, Stewart 23rd. We'll be right back right after this as we interview our winner, Daniel Falkium at number 39, the Kansas 200 iSCAR TSP Cup Series, round number 9 out of 20. Stay tuned, more to come. gentlemen, we're back here live at the Kansas 200 iSCAR TSP Cup Series, getting set to go ahead and start interviews here, and Daniel Falkiam in that number 39. Well, we actually don't have anybody in the booth right now, so we're just going to wait it out, but otherwise than that, we're going to go ahead and review for this race. Oh, there he is, that number. Excuse me. 39, Daniel Falkiam. Gonna slot into the booth, and wow, that was pretty interesting, Falkingham. You had to work around that number 77 for that final run. You finally have, how'd you work yourself around that number 77, Keaton Jones, tonight?
Main thing is we just had fresh enough tires where there was plenty of grip in them, or once we got them up to temperature. I was just able to stay in the throttle a lot more compared to at the end of the run where I was having to start lifting a lot. And that's how Keaton got away, because clean air was just so important in this race. Kind of more important than I thought it would be, considering how the what the track was and how cool it was. But right after the pit stop, I gained a lot of time on the pit stop. I think that's what helped me a lot too. And just staying in Keaton's draft, especially through 3 and 4 is where I gained the most time. 1 and 2 I had to do a little bit of lifting, and then I just rocked it through 3 and 4. That's just how I had the draft. And then I put a good old Larson slide job on him in 1 and 2, and yeah, man, sure, we were still battling because the tires were fresh still. And then once the tires were out, we were able to pull away and take the dub.
All right, man. It's your 3rd win of the season, Daniel. You're going to work yourself up towards the, I think, top 3 in points. So a great day out of Kansas. What are you looking forward to coming next week with a lot of momentum?
Hopefully we can just carry this momentum. And hopefully we can stay in a good position in the points. And yeah, we'll keep this good run going. We've had a good run the last few weeks, especially over on the Xfinity side too, where we haven't been wrecked for once. So that's always good. But yeah, hopefully we can keep this momentum rolling.
All right, man. 10-4. Daniel Falkiam going to round himself out in first after starting himself toward the tail end of the field. Congratulations, man. Any sponsor you want to thank here for tonight?
I just gotta thank you for putting on the broadcast and on the league as well. Thanks to everyone who comes out and races each and every week. And thank you to me for starting last and missing that big wreck on lap 1, or else I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. And yeah, thanks to everyone who watched their.
All right, 10-4. Daniel Falkiam, 3rd win of the season. Going to come at Kansas. Congratulations, man. I can't wait to talk to you coming next race.
Yep, appreciate it, Zeke.
You too. We'll slide ourselves back to the 77 to Keaton Jones, and unfortunate to him, Falkiam finally found a way around him. Jones, I see a bit of front-end damage on that machine. Did that just come from hitting the wall just a slight, and did it upset the car?
I don't know. A lot of frustration there at the end. I would probably say most likely that front-end damage came from we got I guess what you call a slide job on us, so that's probably where the front-end damage came from. And then once he got in front of us, there's just nothing you can do in these cars. You know, once you get behind someone, it's just so tight, and with it being all on the outside, he's got to pray and hope that you can just somehow find another way around the guy, unless you know how to somehow run the bottom. You know, you're not going to get around the guy. And unfortunately, we somehow, somewhere along the way, hit the wall at the end, so we had some little bit of right front damage that I could see. So that probably didn't help, but other than that, once you get past here, it's just next to impossible to try and get back up to the lead. But for the most part, felt good to run that well lately. Once you get on the lead with all that clean air, that really helped. Led a lot of laps, so decent race. Unfortunate in the outcome, so yeah.
Right, man. You mentioned it. Clean air was king here, and before that pit stop came, you had a 2-second lead over Daniel. What do you think just led up to the eventual demise of Daniel just finding himself around you?
Probably just being too conservative on pit road. We could have probably went a little more aggressive on the pit road. I think that's what killed that 2-second gap we had. So other than that, I think it was fine. Tires didn't take that long to get going. Only took about 2-3 laps, and it's pretty quick around here. So I don't think tires was an issue. I think it just was all just we were playing it too safe on pit road. So I guess it was my fault for throwing the race away. So whatever, we'll get him next week.
All right, man. 10-4. Keaton Jones gonna start in second, round himself out where he started. Before we let you go, man, any sponsor want to thank you for tonight?
My team, Peak Performance, all the sponsors that would be associated with the car. We weren't running that tonight, but and you guys for broadcasting.
Man 10-4. Keaton Jones rounds himself out. A strong second here tonight. Short of the win, though, but hopefully he'll get it come next week at Richmond. We'll go ahead and see you next race, man.
All right, thank you.
We'll slide into third place. Ryan Kawan into the booth he goes, and Kawan elected with a slightly different strategy. Gonna go with a short, pitted 10 laps earlier than where Falkingham and Jones pitted, and it sort of paid off there as you're battling out with Keaton and Falkingham. What was your plan for that strategy?
Well, I knew there was going to be a lot of pace on the tires on the fresh, or like on the beginning of a run, because when everybody was on that long run, it just killed their pace. So, you know, I saw you screaming in general, so I just decided it was probably the best idea to pit. And honestly, I didn't expect to get out in front of both of them, and luckily I barely got out in front of Keaton. I was able to lead a lap and get an extra point, but other than that, I didn't expect to stay out in front of them.
Right, man. Obviously, you've had a lot of tough weeks here tonight, but a good third place finish to round yourself here at Kansas. So what do you have to take off of this and apply it coming on to the next races?
Well, it's definitely just a big points benefit. You know, we're right up there in the chase, and just hoping that we can get some more points to stay up there, and hopefully we can have a good couple weeks ahead of us.
All right, man. 10-4. Before I let you go, man, any sponsors you want to thank here for tonight?
Yeah, 408 Racing, Side Drafting Productions, and I guess for this race only Mountain Dew.
All right, man. 10-4. Ryan Kwan going to round himself out here in third place after starting all the way in 19th. Congratulations, man. Can't wait to see you coming next race.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll go ahead and slide ourselves back into third place, and our fourth place finisher, Glenn Bundren, in that number 98. And Bundren, well, obviously on the first lap, you had a good shot of what happened entering 3, man. Luckily, you came out of it, and you finished home here, top 5 here tonight. Congratulations, man. Talk to me about your run before we get into the wreck.
Oh, man. A guy like me, I don't run towards the front. It was pretty special, pretty cool running right Keaton, Ryan, and Falkingham. Just unbelievable, you know. Man, I thought we were gonna race there for a couple laps and started the race, but then we had the big 1 and 3 and got some minor damage. That my race was killed there at the front of the race, and then we salvaged I think a P4.
Right, man. You were running towards that top 5 with Falkingham, Jones, Kwan, and I think Miller before his bad pit stop. But with your run towards the top 5, you could get a lot of momentum and push it forward. What can you apply from this race? And what can you take off of this race and apply it coming to next races?
God, I can't believe that happened. It's. Well, I really learned a lot running behind Ryan and Keaton there. We'll carry on to next week. I can't believe it, man.
All right, man. 10-4. Glenn Bundren going to round himself in 4th place. A super strong run for that number 98 after starting in 14th. Congratulations, man. Before we let you go, any sponsor you want to thank here for tonight?
I gotta thank Vic Bloom, man. He got me on this team. I was teamless there for like 4 months. And he stuck his hand out and got me.
All right, and you put that number 98 in P4. Congratulations on your P4 finish here for tonight. Can't wait to talk to you come next race.
Yep, thank you.
And that was Glenn Bundren in the number 98. And Eric Keeter is not in the booth, so we're not going to interview him. And nobody else is in the booth as well. So congratulations to that number 39 of Daniel Falkingham to round himself up top after passing Keaton Jones on the last portion of the race. Until next time, my name is Ezeckiel Reyes. We'll be back live for tomorrow, coming around for, I don't know what race, but we'll be live for the Xfinity Series race. It should be interesting on how it will go down there. I don't even know where we are. I need to go ahead and check it. Oh, looks like we're going to be at Pocono for the Xfinity race. So, a 2.5-mile track to be ran for 50 laps. Congratulations to the number 77. Not 77. Oh, poor Keaton. The number 39 of Daniel Falkingham. Until next time, this came in, signing out.